I thought I'd give you a progress update on this Leslie A25. Not everything on YouTube goes as planned, and when you're trying to shoot a video, you can run into a lot of problems. And that's exactly what happened on this video. I had a problem. I tried this supply. It's a 12 volt, 3 amp supply. And it kind of worked, but for the most part, it would work most of the time, but then it would get into a situation where the motor wouldn't start and the power supply would go into overcurrent. So then I tried this supply. This is a 12 volt, 30 amp power supply. This one occasionally did the same thing. The motor would go to start in slow speed and it would just sit there and flicker on and off, but it wouldn't start the motor. So that was the next problem. So in my infinite wisdom, I decided to make my own supply, which is this one. And this one will start in slow speed, fast speed, everything. And I have total control of the low speed and the high speed, which is a problem I had with the original design using the motor speed controller. I could control the speed on the low to about 16 and then it would cut off. And then on the high, I only had like 20 or 30% of speed control. With this particular unit, I'll have 100% speed control on the low and the high. And I've also decided that the percentage, I'll show you the thing, but it gave you a percent power. And the percentage was not good. And it was like, well, if I really wanted to have total control of this thing, I would rather have RPM. So I got an RPM meter coming in a couple days and gonna put that on there, and that way you'll have total RPM control of low and high. In the long run, I intended on selling this thing, but you can't sell it if it doesn't work 100%. So my goal is to get this working 100%. It'll be a one-of-a-kind unit. And then after that, you know, I have no need for it because I don't play in a band. I don't play out. I mean, I did it one time. But, you know, I'd rather see this go to somebody that can use it. And I'd rather see this be fully functional, fully good looking, and get it out there to somebody who really wants it. So with my rather crude lathe turning skills, we laid out a belt drive part out of a block of aluminum. And it fits rather nicely around the belt. And with the addition of a homemade set screw, it fits on the end of the motor real well. So now we have to figure out how to use the old mount and mount this 775 motor where it used to be. But I think it's going to work good around this belt. So here's the final motor mount we came up with. We have some rubber grommets put in to take care of vibration. The motor was mounted straight to the bottom, and we'll see how this works out. Okay, check this out. We have the motor there. We're running close to 440 RPM. We're going to have to isolate the top of the motor because going up in speed it creates some noise. And we can run a higher speed down a little bit, but the adjustment range needs to change on that so that we have a little bit more adjustment on the high end, because at the tremolo speed of 440, we're right there. You take off the high speed and go to low speed, around 20%, the motor runs at the Coral speed. That actually might be just a little bit fast. So like with anything that's manufactured, I've got a little bit of a problem. I can't get the motor to start with anything less than 16. And then there's a period when you go to the high speed, you should be able to hear it right there, where we go up to around 440 RPM, and you have a area in there where it vibrates quite a bit. If you hear that clicking, you can see I have a problem with the drive pulley, which means that I'm going to have to make that drive pulley over again. This is fast speed. Look how much that belt is flopping around just by that little bit of vibration.